Alrighty, so we are starting off in the garage here today. There is another clean out on that wall. It is tightened down so tight that I cannot remove the cover plate. But given the state of this clean out here, I'm going to recommend that the other clean out be made accessible and to have the clean out inspected. This one here, as you can see, we haven't even opened it yet, but it's leaking. You can see the evidence that it's been leaking for a while. And if we look closely at this joint, there's no Teflon tape, no joint compound, and no plumber's putty. So this is just friction fit, and it's just been slowly leaking the whole time. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open. What I'll do to help remedy this is I will put some plumber's putty in the joint here, just to help prevent any more of this leakage from happening. But I would strongly suggest, given the state of this one, to have the one on that wall opened and inspected. And as we can see, there's no cracking, there's no structural defects. So the cleanout itself is in good condition. There was just never any sealant put on this, which is causing it to leak slowly over time. You could see all that crud in there. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into the main line here, take a look at what's going on inside. Alrighty, this appears to be a shared line through multiple of the units here. So far it's looking alright, but this definitely is not going right out to the street. If that were the case, here at 60 feet we definitely would have been to the city tap or the HOA tap by now. This is definitely running along the building, collecting as many units as possible. Alrighty, looks like we have a bit of settling there. Got about a 3-foot self-flushing belly there from 114 to 117 feet. Not too terribly worried about that. It wasn't holding on to any heavy debris. We didn't see any backflow from the water that was run ahead of us. It is something to be aware of, but seeing as this is an HOA line and you are very, very, very far from the beginning of it, you're actually very high up on the line. So if there's ever a backup by the foundation at the far end or one of the other units down the line backs up, you're going to be one of the last people to feel it. But with this line, I would definitely recommend having it cleaned every 3 to 5 years with a hydrojet to make sure that this grease can be properly addressed. Typically in communities like this, there's a party wall, firewall, or HOA agreement when it comes to doing maintenance for these lines. I would recommend taking a look at those rules and see what your actual coverage and liability is, just to make sure that you're taking care of your line. Alrighty, and we have our main here at 157 feet. Overall, the health of the line looks really good. I'm not concerned about any of the defects we saw today or any of the grease buildup in the main line. What I would recommend is just be mindful about what's flushed, minimize grease and oils going down the kitchen sink, and if it fits under the umbrella of a hygiene product and it's not toilet paper, don't flush it. That includes those flushable wipes. They may say flushable and they may get through your personal line, which is less likely here given that it's multifamily. But even once it gets to the city side, it may not be your problem for a few months, but when the city has to collect funds to deal with all the wipes and non-flushables people are putting down the line, it will become your problem come tax season. So we always recommend people stay away from those wipes and other non-flushables or convenient hygiene products that end up in the line, just to make sure that A, you're not plugging up your line, B, you're not plugging up a shared line for all these units, and C, that you're not contributing to the massive waste problem we have with our sewer systems. Alrighty, again, nothing major. We're not recommending any repairs or cleanings at this time, but due to the fact that this sanitary tea cleanout was friction fit and was leaking for as long as it was, I'm going to recommend that the other cleanout be made accessible and inspected. If it is also found to be friction fit, I would recommend that the cap be removed and some sort of sealant like Teflon tape, joint compound, or plumber's putty be put on the access point to prevent any future leakage.